confusion, memory loss, difficulty thinking clearly, mood swings, constant brain fog, feeling anxious for no reason. You know what causes all 6 of these? Not too much sugar, too little. Your brain runs on sugar, completely. Every thought, every memory, every word you're reading right now, powered by sugar burning inside your brain cells. So why does every headline say sugar destroys your brain? Every headline said sugar was destroying my brain. Every wellness influencer had a different number. No more than 25 grams. Actually 0 grams. Natural sugar is fine. No, natural sugar is the same thing. I went looking for the actual answer. Not the headline, not the Instagram version. The real answer, at the cellular level. Here's the first thing that surprised me. Your brain is the most sugar-hungry organ in your entire body. It's about 2% of your body weight, but it demands, and I mean demands, 20% of all the sugar in your blood, just for itself, every single day. Think about that for a second. The very organ that people say is being destroyed by sugar cannot function for more than a few minutes without it. In fact, there's a medical emergency called hypoglycemia. That's when your blood sugar drops too low. And you know what the symptoms are? Confusion, memory problems, difficulty thinking clearly. Sound familiar? That's your brain running out of fuel.
Okay, so sugar is now in your blood, and it wants to get inside your brain cell. But it can't just walk in. Brain cells have walls, locked doors. Sugar cannot enter on its own. So what does it do? It goes to insulin first. Think of insulin as the security guard of your body. Sugar shows up and says, "Hey, I need to get inside that brain cell. Can you help?" Insulin says, "Sure, follow me." Insulin goes to the brain cell door and knocks. "Hey, sugar's here. Open up." The brain cell hears insulin, recognizes it, trusts it. Door opens. Sugar walks in. Door closes. Brain cell glowing, happy, energized. And now the brain cell has fuel. It can think. It can fire signals. It can do its job. This is how it's supposed to work. This is beautiful. But now, let's say you're eating too much sugar. Every day, for years. Every time sugar enters your blood, insulin has to run to the brain cell door. Knock, knock, open up. Brain cell opens, sugar enters. Knock, knock, open up again. Brain cell opens, sugar enters. Knock, 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 knock. All day, every day, for years. And at some point, the brain cell just stops answering. Not because it's broken, but because it's exhausted. It's been answering that door hundreds of thousands of times. It just stops responding to insulin's knock. This is called insulin resistance. And now, sugar is stuck outside. Sugar molecule waiting outside the closed door, going nowhere. Insulin is knocking. Sugar is waiting.
Now, I want to show you one more thing happening inside the brain cell, because this one blew my mind when I understood it. Inside every one of your brain cells, there are hundreds of tiny power plants. Seriously, hundreds. They're called mitochondria, and their only job is to take the sugar that came in through those doors and convert it into usable energy. They do this through an incredibly elegant process that I won't bore you with entirely, but the basic idea is they burn the sugar very carefully, capture the energy released, and package it into something your cell can actually use. It's like, imagine a really efficient wood-burning stove. Wood goes in, heat comes out. Very clean, very controlled. That's your mitochondria on a normal day. Now imagine you keep throwing more and more wood into the stove, way more than it was designed for. The fire gets too big, embers start flying out, stove overloaded, embers escaping, landing on things nearby. Those escaped embers, in your cells, we call them reactive oxygen species, but just think of them as sparks. They land on things inside your cell and damage them. They damage the walls of the cell, they damage your DNA, they damage the power plant itself. And here's the part that really got me. When the power plant gets damaged, it starts producing even more sparks. A damaged stove throws more embers, which damages the stove more, which throws more embers. It's a cycle, and your brain is particularly bad at stopping it, because brain cells are so busy, they're already producing a lot of sparks just from normal thinking. They don't have much extra capacity to deal with an overload. This is why you'll see researchers talk about brain inflammation and oxidative stress. These are just scientific ways of describing what happens when the stoves are throwing too many sparks for too long.
Okay, I want to stop here and be really honest with you, because I've seen too many videos that take what I just explained and turn it into sugar gives you Alzheimer's, stop eating cake, you're killing yourself. That's not what the science says. What the science actually says is this. The mechanisms I described, the doorbells being removed, the sparks from overloaded power plants, these are real. They've been shown in lab studies, they've been shown in animal brains, and increasingly, they're being confirmed in human studies. But, and this matters, an occasional dessert does not do this. A birthday cake does not do this. This happens from years of chronically high blood sugar. The kind that comes from a diet that's consistently loaded with processed sugar, refined carbs, sugary drinks, day after day, year after year. And here's the genuinely hopeful part that almost nobody mentions. In early stages, this is reversible. The doorbells can come back. The power plants can recover. The brain has remarkable plasticity. Researchers have documented cognitive improvements in people who reduced chronic sugar intake and improved their insulin sensitivity. This isn't doom, it's information. So, back to that moment. Walking into a room and forgetting why you're there. Is that sugar? Maybe. Is it age? Maybe. Is it stress or sleep or 100 other things? Also maybe. The honest answer is, we don't know for any individual person. But what we do know, at the most fundamental level, inside the actual cells of your actual brain, is that this isn't a mystery anymore. We can see the doorbells being removed. We can watch the power plant spark. We understand the chain of events. And understanding it, really understanding it, not just reading a scary headline, I think that's where you get your power back. Because now, you're not afraid of sugar. You understand it. See you there.